This is going to be a cozy conversation. We might even have some singing going along here. We've got these lovely ladies joining us that are, we're going to talk about them, but they're part of Seaway Sounds here in Sarnia. You've probably heard me talk about them before. But we're going to find out a little bit more about these ladies. Lise and Boissonneault. Mm-hmm. I got it right this time.
Did.
I've been practicing before we start. Can I get through the next one? Anna
Gollen.
Gollen. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to have to get better at memorizing things. But we've got the ladies here. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate
thank you for having us, Dave.
Yeah, this is a cozy spot you got here.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, for sure. So we talked about Seaway Sounds we mentioned in there. You got the jackets on and everything.
We do. You want us to show the back? There we go. We got the bling going on.
There you go. I wasn't expecting a little modeling going on there, but all right, that's good. It's a big part of what we're going to talk about. But I want to get to know you gals first too. Let's start with you, Lisa. Where are you from originally?
I'm from North Bay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What brought you to Sarnia?
Well, a change of circumstance, and
Right, and so, not as cold.
It's not as cold. It's not as cold. Although this winter was pretty. It was pretty cold.
Yeah,
not close to North Bay weather, but yeah.
So how long have you been here?
3.5 years.
Yeah. You like Sarnia?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
For someone, I'm always curious. I've been here all my life, but 3 years. What's one of the things you like best about Sarnia?
Well, proximity to the water, on the water.
Right.
I love that. I mean, Lake Huron. I've always had an affinity to it. Because Manitoulin Island and the Georgian Bay, and I used to vacation. Bruce, I did the Bruce Peninsula a couple times. That we used to go camping, and I've been to Owen Sound, and I've been to Tobermory. So I was drawn to Lake Huron.
Yeah.
So I love this area. It's
Okay.
beautiful. The people are so nice.
I agree.
I agree.
I've never left. I know a lot of people leave and then come back or leave or whatever, but I've never left.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you here in Sarnia. We'll talk more about you in a moment. Anna, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Are you from Sarnia?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm from London originally.
All right.
We moved here November of 2020.
All right. Who's we?
My husband and myself, and my little. At the time he was 6 months old, but now he's 5.
Right.
So we moved here. My husband took a job here. Oh, yeah. This is his hometown.
Right. What's he do?
He's an HVAC technician at W.J. Bart's.
Oh, okay.
So he was born here, and they moved away when he was 12. And after we had our little one, he really wanted to come home and raise his son in the same place that he was raised.
Cool.
Our son goes to the same, well, not technically the same. He went to Johnston. My son goes to PE.
Right. Yeah.
Same.
Same but different. Gotcha.
Same but different. Yeah. So we go to the same elementary school. We live in the same neighborhood he did. So that was our reason for coming here. The major one. The other one was we're not in the snow belt.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so funny because you go from Sarnia, get to Strathroy, and it changes
so much.
Either way. Yeah, I know. I hear you.
That was such a culture shock for him. I was like, where's the snow?
Yeah, a little homier here too than London.
So much.
So being from London, you like Sarnia a little better?
I do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss some of the big city elements. Okay. Nightlife. Would be,
Fair enough.
The music scene in London.
Yeah.
I'm someone who loves all music.
Yeah.
And they've got the JLC and the music hall and the rum run, and we don't have that same kind of thing here.
Yeah.
We
got a lot of musicians around here.
We have a lot of those small musicians. We have us.
Yep.
And
the theater.
Yeah, the theater is wonderful. And honestly, just the feel of community. Yeah. I lived in the same apartment building for 5 years before we moved here. I didn't know my neighbors.
Yeah.
I bought my house 2-ish years ago now.
Okay.
And I know all of my neighbors.
Yeah.
And, we stand out when we hand out Halloween candy and that aspect. You just can't get that in a big city.
Well, dare I say, it takes a community, right?
It does. It takes a village.
And when you have little ones involved too, your perspective kind of changes a little bit, right? Too, right?
Yeah.
And do you work as well? Or?
I do, yes. I work at Cargill.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Excuse me.
And sorry, I didn't ask you.
I do work.
Yeah. What do you do?
Soon to not work though, because
Okay.
I'm nearing retirement.
Oh.
I'm a translator.
Oh.
So yeah, I translate
Translate what language to?
from English to French.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Je suis francophone from Northern Ontario.
Right.
And yeah, so I translate for in the healthcare sector for
Really?
hospitals and community health agencies and
That must
nursing
be
homes
a
and
not boring job.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I think if you ask anybody, like, translate all day long, you know, what do you do? You know, it's a very sedentary job and it's a very isolated job.
Yeah.
But, you know,
You're thinking all the time.
thinking all the time,
Right.
all the time. Yeah, yeah. And it's not
Translating.
like, you know, Chat GPT now and Google Translate.
Right. Time to retire.
Which I would not recommend people, but yeah, it's a good
Right,
time to
good time to
retire.
retire.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I'll be retiring in July.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So then what?
Oh well,
Bucket list
I've
trips
got,
or?
bucket list, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. You know, spend more time. I don't know, working on my music.
Can you spend more time working?
Right. And so, do you have children?
Yeah, I have 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
are they?
I have 2 in Ottawa and 1 in North Bay.
Okay. Right. What
Yeah,
are they
so spend more time visiting with them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And are there any grandbabies around?
There's no grandbabies, no. Not yet.
We'll see.
Just send that to the kids.
Well, no, they know. One is like categorically no.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
that's
other one
okay.
is like, I want to, but she just started a new career.
Yeah.
And my son is like,
Yeah.
too much responsibility.
Well, at least he admits it.
He won't be watching. This.
Oh, okay. All right.
big
We can talk
cactus.
about it behind his back then.
Yeah.
That's good. But so some plans to retire and get.
Yeah.
That's exciting, right? You
Yeah.
know, to be able to do that. Translating again. I'm still thinking about that. Like that is just such a focused, like I said, career.
Mm-hmm.
You're constantly thinking. And was that like how long have you done that?
37 years.
So that's like been your life career.
It's been my life career, yeah.
Wow. When did you like? And my fans, viewers know I always ask the school question. Did you enjoy school?
I did like school. You know, I liked languages. I hated math and sciences. It's, you know, that's why I'm a translator. But
Right.
I did like school. Yeah.
And what about you? Did you?
It has its ups and downs. School.
You can be honest. That's a no.
I really loved band and choir.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
right,
And
yeah.
everything else, I just had to keep my grades at a certain
Right.
in band and choir, and that's what it was for
What's
me.
a pass? 51. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
good
I
enough.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I was that kid too. Yeah. Right on. But overall, did you enjoy school?
Yeah, I mean, I still have like a lot of my friends from school,
Yeah.
which I know is pretty rare. But my core group we're going on 18 years of friendship.
Yeah. Right.
I met my husband in high school.
Oh, cool.
We've been together 17 years now.
High school
so-
sweethearts?
Yeah,
Is that
close enough.
right? Yeah. Okay. Halfway
right
through,
outta, yeah. So, you know, I liked it for those aspects. And again, like the social aspect and the choir and the band, which a lot of the times it's so hard to find as an adult. Like those social spaces, you know, third spaces, they're hard to come by.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, why I love having Seaway Sounds, because it gives me that outlet.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, there you go. There's the segue into Seaway Sounds. Let's talk a little bit more about that. She's smiling. She's like, see how I did that?
Yeah.
I've known many of the ladies of Seaway Sounds for
Mm-hmm.
some for many years, some for just recent. And on the outside looking in, the one thing I can always say about Seaway Sounds, it really is a family. Would you
Oh,
both agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, look at that.
Yeah,
No question about it.
You know, so again, I moved to Sarnia in 2020
Yeah.
with a 6-month-old. we're all in lockdown. We're all, there's no
Great
mom.
time to move.
Oh my, great time to have a baby. I had my
Right.
baby March of 2020.
Oh, wow.
So we won't get into that.
Wow.
But it's very isolating already to be a new mom. And then on top of that, we're in isolation,
Yeah,
right? So I found it really hard when I first came to Sarnia to make friends. And so, I started branching out. I started volunteering around the city to try and meet friends. And so, this last summer, the last time we did auditions is when I found you guys. And it's night and day. Like all of a sudden I have a little bit of a village. We, it's this nice area where we can all go to and we get to know each other. And it's been wonderful to have like that outlet that's kind of just for me. Like it's not volunteering. It's not, doing something
it's your
else.
own space. Away from the hustle and bustle of home and whatever else comes along.
Plus I get to
raising
skip
your
bedtime that night.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a plus, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we all got to have our own little space to I guess reorganize the brain. I guess would be one way to put it.
Yeah,
and for
absolutely.
you coming in, you're kind of feeling the same way.
Oh,
like-
absolutely. We were talking about that before you got here.
Okay.
It's like, it was the same for me.
Yeah.
Because I did not know many people when I got here.
Yeah.
So Seaway Sounds was actually the first group that I called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think it was
seek-
here because I had sung barbershop before.
Oh, okay.
So I was seeking a barbershop, specifically a barbershop group. And so I found one because you don't find them everywhere,
Well,
right?
they're-
And they don't have them in all,
They're
like
not
they
like
brought
they
some
used
in
to be.
London.
It's kind of
and
like quilting. It's
Well,
not
yeah.
as popular as it used to be. No, like it's not, right?
Well, it's growing with young
is.
people.
Is it? That's
Yeah,
what, that's
and
what we're
with
trying
and
to
with
do.
the whole a cappella thing, pentatonics,
Right.
Glee,
and
Pitch
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now
So those
it's
things
growing.
are helping.
Yeah.
Those things are helping. Yeah. But it's anyway, it's a fun musical style.
Yeah.
I love it. But when I found that Sarnia had a group, I mean, Michelle Saint-Onge, Mitchell is the first person I emailed when I got
Wonderful.
here.
She's great.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so vibrant and so welcoming. I mean, it's her energy is what
I've
really
known Michelle a long time,
drew
and
me.
she's always had the energy.
Oh,
and the
she's got the
positive and
energy. I mean,
excitement.
she's
and she's got a
wonderful.
lot of experience.
So much experience, and
Yeah.
she's got a beautiful voice. We're talking about you, Michelle.
Yeah.
She's got a fantastic voice,
Yeah.
and she brings so much experience. And she's been in the barbershop world for, I think she started when she was a teenager.
Yep. Yep.
So a long time.
And then
yeah.
you've got others
And
in
her-
there, like Diane Lambert's in there.
Diane's been there for
Right.
30 years,
Yeah.
and Michelle sings with her mom. Her mom is in the group,
Yeah,
Eve
right.
Saint-Onge, and
Yeah.
we've got 3 mother-daughter pairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. So it is a family.
It is a family.
It is a family
Yeah.
that opens up its arms to newcomers like
Yeah.
that, like Anna and I.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you, like you said, so you recently, I think from the last auditions,
Yep.
was.
Yeah.
So how did you so you walked into the auditions at what's the school I think you do?
Saint Francois Xavier.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk into the auditions, and you're going in, and you see the gals waiting for you. How did you feel?
It was, excuse me, oddly nerve-wracking. And not because of anything they did. They were so welcoming.
Yeah.
They came in and they made sure that they weren't like, I wasn't having to walk down a hallway of strangers.
Sure.
There was
Yeah.
one person.
No
I
intimidation.
can't remember if it was Margaret Ann or Eb, but either way, somebody was waiting at the front door for me and asked my name, and I gave my name.
Leanne. I think that was Leanne.
Was it
at the door.
Leanne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's a year later. So someone was waiting anyway, and took me in, and Michelle and Margaret Ann, I think, were waiting off to the side.
Okay.
So it was just the two of them. I didn't have to audition in front of the whole chorus. I sang a lot growing up. I was in choir at school.
Yeah.
London has a School of the Arts, and I did their after-hours choir.
Oh,
I
see.
sang in Young Women in Harmony, which used to be what they called the youth group for the Sweet Adelines.
All right.
It's called something else now. I don't remember what. So, I sang a lot, and then you just kind of, you get to be an adult, and you lose, touch with the music. So it had been a really long time since I'd auditioned for anything. So I was terrified.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle,
I can't imagine you being shy.
I know. I'm not normally a shy person. I love public speaking. But it was just because I was so out of it. I almost lost touch with the music side, right?
A little bit of a disconnect.
Yeah. But Michelle practically had to hold my hand.
Oh, wow.
But she did. She got me through it. And everybody welcomed me with open arms, and the nerves, the second I was able to come out and meet them as not in that audition, but it just as people and get to know everybody, the nerves immediately melted away, and they just they found me my spot in the choir, and we started to learn music, and it just re-clicked.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the ladies of Seaway Sounds, there's a lot of laughter going on, a lot of giggling, some wild women there.
We're not always the most appropriate people, but we have fun.
But I mean, I say that in jest, but I really do know, knowing many of the ladies for years, the laughter and the humor that goes in. But there really does have to be a connection, does there not? That's part of the audition. It's not just this tone of voice, I don't think. Mm-hmm. Personality, I mean, you've seen a few auditions. It has to fit into this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. On both ends, you have to feel the people that you're auditioning for. You have to feel welcome.
Yeah.
And
do we like her?
Right? We already have such a wide variety of people within the choir.
Yeah.
And we have this rule that absolutely everybody is welcome, and that welcome space just envelops you as you come in.
Yeah.
I think it would be very few and far between that we wouldn't be able to absorb someone.
Yeah.
There's we range in age 30 years,
Right,
and people from all different backgrounds and all different ideals, and we just seem to, the music starts and everything else melts away, and you just mesh.
Well, I've always said music, regardless of what style it is, whether it's rock and roll or a acapella or barbershop, whatever it is, it's a worldwide language, universal, I guess is probably the word, right? You can hear a song without any lyrics and know the feeling.
Yes.
Right? Now, someone like yourself, when was your first, you said you were singing before you came to Sarnia, when was your first moment of starting to sing? When you were little, or?
Oh, way back.
A couple years
when,
ago?
Well, I don't know. I've always been singing, I mean, I did choirs, and I did.
Yeah.
I think probably church choir was my first experience. I really love that. And to tell you, I think I discovered that I could harmonize in the church choir.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe I was an alto. I don't remember which part. I was probably an alto, because if you were a girl, it was soprano or alto.
Yeah.
And but I realized at a young age that I had an instinct. I could hear harmonies very well, actually. So the harmonies attracted me more than the melody.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would think church choir would be one of the most, I mean, depending on the level of it, but would be one of the most best ways to learn that kind of thing, because they do a lot of that in church choirs.
A lot of that. Right? Oh, and then also they gave members of our choir the opportunity to sing solos. So we used to sing the psalms. Yeah. Right, and you always needed somebody to do that. Yeah. And so I did that quite a bit, and I was okay. I was okay singing, because I'm basically a shy person, but I'm not shy when I'm performing. So so I realized that quite young, that this is a way for me to express myself, because I don't really express myself too much,
Yeah.
you know, any other way, you know, but so, yeah.
That's
So
great.
that's where it started for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it, I mean, I don't know, ever since I've known you, which hasn't been really long, but ever since I met you, like you don't seem shy.
Oh, I am shy.
Is it just because of the setting that I found you in? Like at Seaway
Probably
Sounds
because
or
I'm
whatever?
comfortable, because it's my group, it's my
Yeah,
peeps.
your
It's
family,
like you're coming into
my
our
gals.
house. Yeah, my
Yeah.
gals.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
so, yeah, no, but
So
I am.
would you say then it's helped with, I don't know, confidence or?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
singing. Absolutely, if you're singing, you
Yeah.
know, with a group, it helps with confidence and it helps with relationship building and
Yeah.
trusting the other person. You know, because you have to sound good together
Oh,
as
yeah.
a group, right?
Well, that's kind of the
That's-
idea.
That's
yeah.
kind of
Well,
the
we
idea.
try.
That's what
Now I'm glad you brought that up though, because let's talk about, you know, we got to sound good together. I'm always wondering how many people are out there maybe watching that go, well, I'd like to do that, but I don't know how to sing. I can't read music. I'm very shy. How do you get those people out? Because sorry, just to sort of go further, like, you guys aren't looking for anybody who's a pro. You're not, like, anybody is welcome.
Everybody is welcome. Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
teach you.
We're not picky about like ability level. We're not picky about, you know, whether or not you can read music. I am musically illiterate.
Yeah.
Like you can put sheet music, and again, like I played in band, I did choir. I just never, for whatever reason, like the sheet music just doesn't want to stick in my the ability to do it, right?
C note, but that's
Right?
as far as I can go.
I can play chopsticks. You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah,
And I'm a clarinet player. How can you?
yeah, right.
Right? Anyway, like you don't have to be good at reading music. And
Yeah.
I think there a lot of the times there's a misconception, and we found this recently with one of our members. People think that they can't sing, but because they're trying to sing along to Celine Dion or Adele,
Right.
and it's way out of their range.
So you can sing. No, you're not Celine.
Yeah, you can sing, but
Yeah.
you're not a soprano. You're not a mezzo. Like you're a bass. And the person we just had join who was told that they couldn't sing
Like all of her life.
all their life
Right.
Yeah,
was told that they
because
couldn't sing.
She had a lower range.
Right.
And what a beautiful bass.
So was told. So she listened to the wrong people.
Yeah. And I think
Absolutely.
Yeah.
a lot of the times, like in media or even the people around us who think that they're doing us a favor by saying, you're not very good at that.
Yeah.
You know, we're not trained. We're not doing what our voice is meant to be doing it range wise or, you know.
Well, this is it. I think, you know, like, I mean, all my years of hosting karaoke, I mean, that's a different realm. But there's some amazing singers that would show up, and then there's others, that, right? But, I mean, it was karaoke, so it was different kind of label attachment to it. But most people can't sing originally.
Yeah.
They require training. Just like if you want to be a hocky player, you have to learn how to skate
Yeah,
before you
it's a
shoot
skill.
the puck. Like, yeah, it's a
Absolutely,
skill.
yeah.
Is what I was trying to. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And I think that I wanted to really touch on that because I think there's a lot of people out there that would like to do something like this or anything else that they want to try but are afraid to because, well, I can't sing, so I can't join that. I'd like to sing, right?
Well, I think I mean, you have to be able to keep the pitch
Sure.
when you sing in a
Yeah.
chorus or a choir, right? That's important because
you don't want to
have
be that one that's
Well-
just slightly off. And you're like, oh.
We all have those days.
Yeah, but like you say,
That
like
was
if
you, yeah.
if you can keep the pitch,
Yeah.
and I think most people can,
Yeah, I think
right?
so.
Most people can keep the pitch.
I think so.
If you can keep the pitch, and you know, we teach you breathing. So how do you make how do you keep that pitch?
Yeah.
How do you stay on pitch?
That's a really big
well,
part of
it has to do with breathing.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, if you don't know how to breathe properly, well, you're going to lose pitch, and that's when we drop,
Yeah.
right? And, that's quite easy to do, to drop pitch. It's not because you're a bad singer if you drop pitch.
Yeah.
It's just because
breathing's off.
for some reason your body mechanics, maybe you're not you're not aligned. You know, maybe you're not standing properly at that particular
Yeah.
moment. Maybe you don't have enough breath at this particular
Yeah.
moment. Maybe you have a cold. Maybe, you know,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of reasons.
Well, and
but
breathing is something we take advantage of, or take for granted, right?
Yeah, for sure. But when you're a singer, I mean, it's
different-
everything.
it's a different type of
breathing
breathing.
is everything. But as long as you can stay on pitch, your tone, it doesn't matter. Like we, you know, most people, like you said, you learn to sing well, and
Yeah.
in a chorus, we're not soloists. So you don't have to be a Celine Dion, or you don't have to be, you know what I mean? You don't
long as I
have to
got the
have the
pitch.
most beautiful tone. As long as you're hearing what your mates are singing
Right.
around you and you're blending.
Yeah.
It's
right.
all about blending.
Right. It's not
Yeah.
a standout.
So
I mean,
it's not a standout sport,
we're
you
not,
know?
yeah, right. It's not
Yeah.
a standout alone, unless you're doing a solo, which does happen.
Well,
occasionally.
sometimes we
Occasionally.
do. Sometimes
But, even the solos I found they're not like the whole song either. They're just like a
No.
little,
just a little
just
snippet.
a couple bars,
Yeah.
right? You know, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I've on solos. I've been with the choir, like I said, just a little bit under a year now. And last night was the first time we sang a song that had a solo.
Right, right.
Yeah, which one was it?
Do a Deer
Oh, yeah. There was a solo
Oh
in there.
dear, oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
From Sound of Music show tunes.
That's a trigger for me because my
Oh.
mother sang, and I don't know, you weren't around here,
No.
but Diane would probably remember a group called the Melodiers.
Oh.
And the Melodiers were ladies who sang, and they were a large group, and I think it was Pauline Levy, I think was her name. She was the choir director. She was also a piano teacher, and I'm just going back to Do a Deer was one that they did, and that was just The Sound of Music. I watched that not just at Christmas time. It was like all year we would watch that music, you know.
Where does it come from that that's a Christmas movie? Because maybe
Is there
I'm
a
just
Christmas scene? I don't remember.
Yeah.
was it just like it was on at Christmas?
Oh, I
time?
think
was always on
it
at
was always on at
Christmas,
Christmas.
yeah.
Oh,
Still,
okay.
I think it's just that you know the happiness of Christmas
Yeah.
time, and you know they got away. And,
Yeah.
happily ever after. I don't know, but
It's just,
but
I would
Do a
watch it on
Deer,
the
like
run.
I mean, my mother would play that on the piano over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And over and over and over. Anyway, but she sang in the Melody Airs, and I remember as a young boy talking about what you just shared, like, David, you have to learn to breathe, right? You have to learn to breathe, because I always sang as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
my grandma was
But-
so she was a pianist, and she was like a contemporary
Yeah.
like teacher and everything. She was also a singer. I remember having to sit in front of a candle
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
go through singing whatever
Yeah.
it was I
Yeah.
was learning, and if I blew out the candle, I just start over
Yeah, right.
because of that breath control. Right?
Right.
We're not that strict.
No.
I think one of the key things to be a part of the Seaway Sounds, too, is know how to have fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
And work with people. You know,
Yeah.
it's about the singing, but it's also about how can we support
Yeah.
each other. You know,
Yeah.
and,
Feeling comfortable.
and feeling comfortable,
Yeah.
and
Building
Now
that
that-
trust to be able to say, "Hey, you were a little bit off, and it you know, let's go back over." Well, we do. We have to.
No, but there's a delivery.
Well, yeah, I would
Hey,
never
you really
say it that
sucked.
way.
What are you thinking that time? Like, what are you doing here? Like, yeah, I know, right? But,
Well, yes, there are kinder ways to say it, but for the
once you get
purposes
to
of
know each other, though, like, there's a few, they'll tell you.
oh, yeah. But they're also like
Well,
so
that makes
kind,
fun, right?
and it's always constructive feedback.
But that being said, like, there are roles in this. You know, like,
Yeah.
there are people that have been around a long time, and they are the coaches or the leaders, direct, I don't know, whatever the titles are, right?
yeah.
And you have to listen to them. So I think, someone who comes into this who wants, you gotta have fun. I would think you'd have to be someone who's coachable.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Would be willing to
exactly.
learn.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
you definitely you've got to be able to take those notes, and
Yeah.
a lot of the times, you know, it's the whole section that's off. A lot of the time, it's mostly the leads. Let's be honest.
Well,
I can say that I'm a lead.
But to your defense, I mean, the leads sing the melody, so
we're
they
off, it matters.
They
They're the
sing
front.
the
They're the front members of the band.
They are the front members of the band. We're just like the backup, the doo-wop
Right.
girls, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe we should talk about like what barbershop is.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about
Yeah,
that.
well, we got talking.
Yeah.
Geez, we got talking about my mother. For kind of, we're going off track, but I told you we were going to have fun here, and we're continuing to have fun. If you're just joining, we're talking with these ladies about Seaway Sounds, and you know, a lot of times I talk more about people's lives too. We touched on that a little bit, but I always find it interesting all the different personalities that are in a room. You know, and everybody's got to get along. Everybody's got to figure it out. And I'm sure probably at times there's like frustrations and everything
just
else.
like any group.
Yeah, right. You know,
Yeah.
but I know as a man walking into the room as many times as I have with Seaway Sounds, I know. First of all, I know I'm outnumbered, but. It is very welcoming. It's very notable to a person who comes into the room with the ladies of Seaway Sounds. But yes, to your point, what is barbershop?
Yeah. So barbershop is four-part harmony. So we have the lead, and they carry the melody. They've got a very important job. The most important job, because they're, you know, when you're performing
Especially
in barbershop, you know, people want to relate to the song.
Yeah.
So if we're singing do re mi, you know, people want to hear do re mi. They want to hear the melody. So Anna's job is very important, and so she's kind of like, they've got the melody, and then you've got the bass section, which is kind of like the anchor. We're kind of like the rhythm.
Yeah, right.
We've got
That's
a lot
good way
of
to
the
put it. Yep.
yeah, we've got the doo-wop, a lot of, but we're the anchor. Okay.
Our sound
And
doesn't
then-
sound complete without you.
Anyways, no, you know, every
piece
part
comes
is
together.
important.
Yeah.
And then at the top, it's kind of like a cone you have, right? So you
Okay.
got the kind of leads in the middle there. You got the basses at the bottom. I'm a bass. I don't have a bass voice, a speaking voice, but I'm a bass. And then at the top, you have the tenors. So the tenors have the very, very high notes, and so
Okay.
high. Diane's, oh my God, Diane and Barb,
Oh,
their notes
I
are
don't know how they
so
do
high.
it. It's majestic.
Oh, and they
Yeah.
do it, and they do it very well. But they're at the top, and they're kind of like the top notes that kind of like just flutter up there, and
They're the heavenly ones.
Yeah.
the heavenly ones, yeah.
Like bells
And
or
oftentimes,
chimes.
you know, the chords ring because they're up there, you know. And then we have the baritones. So the baritone is kind of like the filler. They have the really odd notes, and but they really cement everything.
Yeah.
The baritones do. So that's barbershop.
And then when you take
Yeah.
those pieces and you put them together,
And then
You get
beautiful sound.
Oh my
comes out.
gosh.
Yeah.
Just and like it's I know, like we joke about, you know, the leads being you know, the most important part. And leads have main character energy. We do. So we try and pretend we're important, but
And you're lead. I can't imagine that. Yeah.
I know, right? But like really, like
Yeah.
we've recently been working on "You've Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story.
I love that song.
That song, just the way that it is written, and it was, you know, made into 4-part. If we don't have all 4 parts, we
Yeah.
don't have
the
the rest of us are falling apart, because you know, there's parts where all we're doing is going bop, bop.
Yeah.
But if the other person's not there to bop against
Yeah.
you, and the other parts aren't, it sounds so bizarre.
Yeah. If we're missing a part one night, like you can really tell. Especially one night we were singing, our bass was missing.
Yeah.
The person who sings that, yeah. So we were waiting, and this was "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Yeah, it was "You've Got a Friend in Me."
And then we were waiting for she's got to come in before the rest of us come in, because I don't sing bass in that song. I sing baritone.
Oh, okay.
So she was, you know, we were waiting for her to, but she wasn't there. So the rest of us were floundering, and it was
It's like trying to
it
pass
was
the
weird.
puck
Yeah.
and nobody's there to pick it up, right?
Exactly.
Where'd you go?
exactly.
Yeah.
and then lean on
And then
me.
you got to keep going and covering it up if you're doing a performance.
Right?
Oh,
Oh, heavens.
yeah.
You just got to somehow keep going.
If
and
you're
then-
doing the performance, you need the 4 parts.
Right.
Otherwise,
Well, I guess it would be kind of like taking a song on a record. A record.
a record. Well, we still call them
But
records.
yeah,
don't
that's
we?
right. But
Vinyls.
you would separate everything if you were to mute each track.
Yeah.
You have 4
Oh
tracks.
yeah.
If you muted each track and all you heard was bop, bop, like you said,
Yeah.
But then when you turn all the tracks on, they gotta. It's that puzzle you were
Yeah.
referring to
Yeah.
that comes together. But sorry, you were starting to talk about
Oh,
"Lean on Me."
Yeah, so Lean on Me.
Which is a popular one. that
iconic
Seaway
song.
Sounds, you guys, it's kind of like almost your theme song. I've heard you guys do it so many.
Oh wow.
I think so, right?
Oh.
But yeah, so we were working on Lean on Me a little bit last night, and we didn't have the baritone part. What an iconic song! Like everybody, I think, regardless of generation, at some point has heard Lean on Me.
Oh yeah.
And I sing lead, so I get, for the most part, I get the melody in that one. So you'd think it would be very straightforward. But we had the baritone missing last night at practice, and I missed like 3 pickups because I
Right.
was anticipating that
You're
as like
waiting for the cue.
the cue, and
Yeah.
it wasn't there. So yeah, again, like we're main character energy, but every part is
But you're relying
so
on.
integral.
You're really relying
Yeah.
on each other. Like, you're the lead, so you stand out more. Then it maybe get more attention than say maybe the bass or the baritone or whatever. But yeah, does it sit in your mind? Are you thinking about what you're doing, or are you thinking about what the other person's doing so you know what's coming, or is it a mix of both? There's a lot of reliance that goes on
Oh,
in the group, I guess
absolutely.
is what I'm saying.
There's a lot going on. So
Yeah.
you're listening for your mates, and while you're thinking about the words, especially when we're learning a new
Especially
song,
when we're
Right,
and
yeah.
and
It
when
hasn't
we're
come
off
natural yet.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So until it starts coming naturally, well, then you can stop thinking about the words
Mm-hmm.
and then just concentrate on feeling the song,
Right.
right? As long as your body's aligned and you've got enough breath and everything, and you know that you're going to stay on pitch if you're well aligned, and then you just feel the song. And that's when the magic happens, because when you
You
feel
read
the
my
song,
mind. I was
it's
going to say, I remember all the years that I
uh,
sang, and I remember
that's
like
one.
certain songs typically mean something. If you get a
Yeah.
song that is a trigger for something in your past, hopefully something good, and the emotion comes into the song, and that's when the audience can watch you and go, and they can feel it, right?
Yeah.
Do you talk about that in Seaway Sounds? Do you talk about is that part of the training, is how
Yeah.
to get attached to a song or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle.
Oh yeah, I was going to say you go.
Were you, Michelle is very much like, this song is supposed to invoke this emotion. It's supposed to do
Right.
this one. And I can't think of the name of, how things just lose your
Oh, the
brain.
one that tears are up there all the time, or
Yeah.
that one? Oh, yeah.
And
Which
yeah,
one
like
is it?
she's so funny. Like she'll come in and she'll be like, okay, I want you to sound like you are 18 and really want to kiss the boy across the way from you. Like that's the feeling that this needs to invoke. You know what I'm talking about
Oh,
now.
that's is the one with the lips there.
Yeah.
Dream.
Dream. Yes,
Oh,
Dream.
All you have to do,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like
Yes.
the lips,
I love
the
that song.
lips. It's
The
like
Everly
the
Brothers,
lips.
I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have those discussions, and how we want to move our body, and when we do like for Christmas we have like some children's repertoire.
Right.
So when you're doing all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, like you're
Right.
not gonna say all I want for
Yeah.
you're supposed to say like 2 front teeth.
You're supposed to come down to their level too,
Yeah.
right? To where they're
Yeah,
at.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's knowing that as like the feeling that we want to invoke when we're singing it is important to be together with, and that that starts to become muscle memory. Like you hear the pitch
Yeah.
pipe go, and just like typing at work or playing a sport, like your vocal cords are a muscle, and that memory starts
Oh, yeah.
to come in.
I told you, well, we talked about that a little bit before the camera started. Warm water, please, because most people don't realize that this is a muscle. And
Yeah.
I talk for a living, right? You know, and it's like, I got to take care of that. I got to exercise it just like everything else. And the muscle memory, I think, I know for me, but going back a few years, but that was always the biggest struggle for me was the muscle memory of honestly the words.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And learning how to overcome that obstacle. Do you have conversations about that? Like how to, like everybody learns differently. You might read it, you might watch it, you might hear it, but how do you overcome some of these obstacles?
Michelle's really good at giving us lots of different techniques that can work for lots of people. And once you become a member of Seaway Sounds, you actually get access to a members portal. And most of our songs that we sing have learning tracks on there. So you can listen to it in the full 4 parts, or it's got isolated versions, so lead only, bass only, so you're just listening to your part. But it's also got ones like lead heavy or lead plus baritone, which can help you, you know, learn how to play against those other ones and not stray. So those are really good. Michelle is constantly telling us, like, even if you're just driving from one place to another, just like throw the song that you're working on and sing it in the 12-minute drive across Sarnia.
Your portable university.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably singing in the car anyway.
Yeah.
But even if you do 5 minutes a day, it's 35 minutes a week you're practicing.
That's right.
Outside of
what's
the
that,
choir room.
18 minutes a day of something new, and a year from now you'll have mastered it or something.
Exactly. And they're so wonderful about, you know, like making sure that new members are supported. Like there are some songs that I'm off book on already, there are other songs that I'm not, and everyone's super great about it. You know,
do you have well, I'll ask you both, I'll come back to you. Do you have out of all the songs you're doing right now, do you have a favorite that you're like, oh, I can't wait to sing that one? And then there's the other ones like, oh, we gotta do that again. Because you're not as good at that one.
Well,
right?
Everybody's favorite is different. In the course.
What's yours?
It's
do you have one?
My favorite is All I Have to Do Is Dream.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny, that's my least favorite.
Is that your least favorite?
It is, because I can't. So when you're singing, you have to be very careful of it, like your enunciation.
Yeah, sure.
And I really desperately want to say dream with like a J sound at the beginning.
Yeah.
So getting that dream out, like, oh my gosh.
I kind of grew up with that song, so I can.
I heard it occasionally, but
You weren't even around when it was. Yeah. But what do you love about that song?
And I have to credit this to, we had a member when I joined, and she was in the bass section, and she's now 88.
Wow.
And her name is BJ.
Yeah.
And she lives in the Port Huron area. So I should mention that too. We're an international
Yes,
chorus.
that's right. Good point.
So we are, our association is the Sweet Adelines Inc. And our region is southwestern Ontario and that part of Michigan. Right. So we had women who would come, like years and years since Seaway Sounds beginnings, 42 years ago, who would come from the States.
Yep.
And at one point we had a lot, but now we don't have any anymore.
Right.
But that's okay. We're still open to, you know, our American friends coming over and singing with us. But anyway, so BJ, she was coaching me when I was starting out as a bass, and she's got this most beautiful voice. She sounds like Doris Day, kind of beautiful. Yeah, like to me anyway. I love her voice. And when we'd sing All You Have to Do Is Dream, she was just emoting, and she was singing to her husband. Wow. That's what she was doing. It was just beautiful.
That
and
language connection.
That language, for sure.
The memory.
So now it's my favorite song because of BJ.
That's what a great story. Yeah, that's cool.
She's wonderful. She's no longer in our chorus, but
I've met her a couple times.
You have, right? She's wonderful, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have a favorite?
I'm still like
You can only pick one.
so in the learning, like every week because of the way that they rotate, we're learning something new.
Right.
Currently, my favorite is Lean on Me because it is the easiest one.
That's a good reason.
Of the 15 ones I am currently trying to memorize.
Yeah. What's your
And
toughest
learn.
one right now?
My toughest one right now is Dreams Up There. Crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy by Patsy Cline?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
really?
Yeah. So we've been working on that one.
That's a tough one, is it?
Oh.
Well, for again.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
hearing
no.
I'm just hearing Patsy saying it, you know what I mean? But,
First off, I don't know who Patsy is. I'm so sorry.
yeah. We forgive you.
We'll work on that.
It sounds good. There was
You
another
missed
one.
some of the best music. That's all we can tell you.
What was the other one with Friend in it that we started recently?
That's what friends are for.
That I've never heard
Oh,
that
yeah.
song before the
That was
first.
Dionne Warwick.
Yeah,
and,
never heard of heard of Dion, and I've never heard that song before, so it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one, again, leads often.
Yeah.
Get the melody, and there's a couple spots in that where we don't get it, and I have to learn harmonies.
Right. So you got to learn.
I have to
You got to
learn.
learn.
Of all time, though, I will say my least favorite song that we've done in the both groups of repertoire is "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas."
Right.
That song is 18 pages long.
Yep.
It takes 13 hours to sing, and every word is like, every verse and every chorus is different than the one before.
Kind of like
It was a tough
Hallelujah.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
Hallelujah. I forget where I read somewhere. If we Google it or something, it's got like literally 300
Yeah.
verses or something. That's
Yeah,
not
something
the number,
like
but
that, and
it's
it-
and it's like, no, we're not doing
No,
all
It took
that.
him a long time to write, too.
did.
I
That's
don't
right.
remember how many years, but
That's
it
right.
was
You're right.
many years. Yeah.
And it's got made up words in it. Like rhinoceroses. Do you know how hard it is to sing rhinoceroses?
Yes, I do. I used to sing the song.
Duckbill platypuses.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
Say that
It's a
5
duck or a
times fast.
platypus.
I've lost control over here. I don't know what's happening right now.
Sorry.
It's, but this is what you can expect coming out to Seaway Sounds.
This
have
is what
this
it
much
is,
fun,
yeah.
right? What about for you? You have? I asked your favorite one, but do you have a
least favorite?
most challenging?
Let's discuss that. The most challenging? Anything that's wordy.
Wordy.
It's my French coming out there.
Right,
The
right.
THs or sometimes
Oui.
THs come out when they're not supposed to. But yeah, I don't know if it's because of that, but anything that has a lot of words trips me up because that's my weak point. I know what my weak point is, and it's memorizing words.
That's ironic to me.
Because I'm a language
Yeah, you're
person,
translating.
right? I know.
You should know everything.
I know. Well,
No,
maybe
but
I
seriously,
know
I-
it, but I just can't.
I bet you're
verbalize
dealing
it.
with words all the time. I would think you would have
Yeah.
more of the. Why do
No,
you think
that's-
that's?
I don't know why, but I am
Yeah.
aware of that. So when I practice a song, I will practice and practice and practice the words because that's always what I trip up on.
Yeah.
And one of the Christmas ones, what was a worthy one? What's the one about the Christmas tree, decorating it with I can't even think of that.
Rocking Around.
No, it wasn't
No, it
Rocking
wasn't Rockin'?
Around.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of the Christmas ones that
One
is
of the
a
Christmas
classic,
ones.
and I can't even think of it right now.
Chestnuts roasted.
That's how much you don't like it.
okay.
I do.
I can't even remember what it was.
That Christmas song I don't like.
You know,
I like it, but it's too many words.
Yeah, that's the other. There's a lot. Like, so we talk about how barbershop works and all the fun and the muscle memory and everything. But when you're here now, home by yourself, there's still a commitment outside of showing up to, like, how many times a week do you practice together as a group?
just the once.
Once
Most
a week.
weeks, yeah.
Once, yeah.
So you're committed on your own time as well. So there's a big discipline factor in all of this
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah.
And making the time for that to happen. What are you doing when you're practicing by yourself? Are you warming up your voice? Do you have those kind of things? What do you do?
Oh, well, warming up the voice, yeah, that's the first thing
Are
you
there
do,
like
right?
exercises that you
Oh,
do?
there's
or-
tons of them, like bubbling, like. Are we gonna have to do this? Well, yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
was
want to
kind of
be
hoping
spitting
you would
there.
actually. I want you to.
There we go. So you just
You got to get those lips.
We're out of COVID,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Those lips, like,
Yeah.
flexible,
Yeah,
right?
get them
Because again, they're a
flexible
muscle too if you're not,
Yeah.
warming them up.
I've
so.
seen the girls warm up, and
Yeah. Sometimes it sounds weird, eh?
well, I remember the last time I talked. I know you were involved in a video that we did, and I walked away for a minute, and all of a sudden I'm hearing all these noises and everything.
Yeah,
and I'm
there
like,
are notices.
oh yeah, they're warming up, right? I remember my mother doing that kind
Yeah,
of stuff
for
too.
sure.
Same thing. So,
Yeah.
but again, that's what most people. So you're doing that on your own. You're warming up, and then you're just picking the song that you.
Yeah, so I'll work on my tough spots.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just, I think you mentioned it, and then Michelle tells us to do this all the time. It's like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to set aside a specific time for it.
Right.
If you're in your car and,
Yeah.
some cars still have CD players. If you,
I have a van that
and
has a
we-
CD
we're-
player, and I love it.
Yeah, we still use CDs. We
Yeah.
still have some music on CDs,
Yeah.
not all, but if your Bluetooth is picking up your music on your device,
Right.
let's say, okay. And we do have tracks that are digital tracks
Oh,
too. So
okay,
anyway,
to practice
so
with,
anyway, so in your car, and then you put on your playlist, and your learning tracks are on there. That's excellent.
Okay.
Because a lot of us spend a lot of time in our cars.
Oh, you know what?
So that's the best
It's
place to do it.
very
yeah.
seldom I have once in a while when I'm driving, on my way here, I didn't have the radio on. I'll turn the radio on once in a while, depending on what time of day it is, I want to hear whatever. But it's my portable university. It really is.
Yeah,
I've always got. I'm a
absolutely.
big personal
Yeah.
development guy. People
Yeah.
know me, know that. So I've always got that playing or something like that. But once in a while, I want to rock out.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're not doing the Seaway Sounds type of music, let's start with you. What are you rocking out to or moving out to?
Like to say that I am jambidextrous.
Okay.
On my way over here, I had time for 3 songs.
Okay.
One of them was Mariana's Trench.
Okay.
One of them was from the Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoats
Oh, wow.
album.
Get out.
And one of them was from a band called Dead Days, which shout out Hometown Heroes from London.
Oh, okay. all right.
But they're a heavy metal band.
Oh,
So
nice.
literally everything,
Yeah,
emo,
yeah.
metal, country, doesn't matter.
Eclectic is the word for you.
Jambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Dexterous.
But yes,
Say that
eclectic.
5 times
That's
fast,
Right? Which is funny because I'm not ambidextrous, but
Yeah,
for my
okay.
musical taste,
So
literally
you're ambidextrous. You're all over.
absolutely everything. I
Wow.
will happily listen to it. Heck, I even know a cappella metal bands.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Van Canto is the most famous one, but they are entirely a cappella. All
Wow.
of the instruments and everything are
I've
done
never
vocally.
heard of. I
That
thought
is
I was
so
a pretty.
Isn't it?
I thought I was a pretty
yes.
cool old guy, but apparently not. That's as cool as I thought I was.
I've never heard
That's
of
neat,
that. I
though.
mean,
Yeah.
a metal band usually has the big,
Yeah.
noise
Um,
Big
guitar
4
and-
chords.
I think their most famous song is "Battery" by Metallica.
Okay.
And yeah, all like the drums are vocal, the
Wow, that is
electronic sounds, the guitar, all of it is done vocally.
Wow.
Super cool.
I'm gonna have to YouTube
that
that
is
one.
cool.
What about you? What are you jiving out to?
Kind of jambidextrous too?
Yeah.
But I don't know some of this new music, but I'll listen to anything really.
Yeah.
I have a daughter who's a singer songwriter, and she creates a lot of kind of clubby beat,
Yeah.
like dance kind of
Like
beat.
dubstep, that kind of stuff, or you're
Yeah, but I
like.
don't know that
Okay.
term, but yeah,
We'll talk
you're
after.
cooler than I am. I don't know. So, but she writes
Right.
lyrics to it, and it's pretty cool, and I really like her
Right.
music. But I love everything from old country, like old,
Yeah, I
old.
get it.
I love old country.
Like Hank and Patsy.
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
I
what I do
really
too.
like bluegrass. I love
Oh, yeah,
bluegrass.
right.
Like from anything to that. I love jazz, and I love the blues.
Yeah.
And I love pop, and I love rock, and I do like classical.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
I
like
enjoy I
classical,
like
yeah.
my wife and I. We sort of take turns on. We've got I don't know if there's one here, but the Alexa. You know,
No, she's not here. No.
pardon me.
She took the day off.
She's beside us, and so
Yeah.
we take turns on what we're going to listen to that night. And
Yeah.
my mother always said to Hooked on Classics. They were
Oh
called.
yeah, I
Oh,
remember
love
that.
those.
I still have a cassette, right? And then, anyway, I found it on Spotify.
Yeah.
So some nights it's classical music, other nights it's some frequencies are playing or something to make us
Yeah.
sleep. But I want to. That's great. Thanks for sharing. Your specific interests there. I want to touch on some age differences. You know, like we're talking Patsy Cline, like she was here last week, and you're like, I don't even know who this is, whatever. So I would think that's a positive to have. Like you even said, you're like, I don't know some of this new music. The conversations that happen around the Seaway Sounds room when you're not singing and performing, all the in-between chatter and laughter. Are you talking about that kind of stuff, like the
Yeah.
music? Are you learning from each other that way?
Absolutely, all the time. Not even just music, but we have multiple teachers and getting to hear the differences in teaching pre and post computers. And I think I'm the youngest.
Yeah, you
yeah.
are.
I'm 34.
Okay.
So like some of these people were teaching when I was a kid. So talking, we last week or not yesterday, but last week we were talking about the fact that I can't write or read cursive.
Right.
Just because it wasn't.
It wasn't taught?
It was taught when I was in like 3rd, 4th grade, but then it was kind of
My boy
abandoned
can't
after
either.
that.
He prints his signature.
My husband does that too.
Right?
Is it a signature though?
Right. Yeah, I've had that in a conversation actually. But it's okay because pretty soon you just look at, we do it now. I look at my phone and it unlocks and that's going to become my signature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Weird.
But like from like being like a parent to a young child, a lot of
Right.
there's a lot of wisdom in that room. But even like I don't know if you've ever heard this, that mentorship is a two-way street. Both the mentor and the mentee are teaching each other.
Well, when does the student become the teacher or all that sort of
But
stuff?
like even like as a mentor, you learn a lot from the person you're
Absolutely.
mentoring,
I
right?
was a teacher.
And it kind of feels that way with all of us. It's like a two-way street. When I'm talking about like things that I'm navigating that like maybe you guys have never, you're still
right.
learning from those circumstances. And then even just like the music. Sometimes like I'll pull out a song and be like, I don't even need my sheet music for this one. Like
Right.
I know this song inside and out. And people will look at me and be like, how did you know every word to that song? And I'm like, 'cause it's famous.
Right. It's Taylor Swift. What do you mean?
I'm guilty of that. If my son, he's 28, and he'll know an old song like Patsy Cline, and how
did
do
you
you
know
know that? Where did you pick that up?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Heard
music
you
is
listening to it?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, back in the day, no, I wasn't listening to
No?
it. That's fairly new. My
Okay.
my love for old country. That's
Yeah.
fairly new. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Merle Haggard, Hank
Yeah.
Williams Sr.,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
That was, and we would probably agree that that was the best music,
Yeah.
right? But I think every generation says that.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh yeah.
and it's changed so much because you won't know this either. Like Elvis Presley,
Oh, you know that's it.
okay, but like they weren't allowed to shoot below the waist on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh.
Because he was gyrating, wiggling, and all, and that was just right.
Right. Yeah.
And that was horrible. To now, it's pretty calm, right?
Yeah.
To I mean, have you watched New Year's Eve lately on television? I'm just like, I'm not easily offended, but I go, it's New Year's Eve. Like, what do we do? But it's changed. And I kind of gestured earlier about trying to stay cool, but it's hard to keep up sometimes on what's happening out there. And for me, I know anyway, but for you, is music an escape?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And like even like the history, I said I didn't know who Patsy Cline is, but like especially because I like emo music and metal music, like going back into like the 80s punk and hardcore scenes, like you learn that
Now you're
history.
talking. The 80s.
You can't really.
Give me some Iron
I
Maiden.
can't really appreciate the music I have without being able to go back and hear, like, where did this come from? Why did it come? What is the history? And I spend a lot of, like, my off time when I'm not just, like, basically looking up and being like, who influenced this person I like? And working my way backwards, right?
Well, to help you with that, if I may, I think, it's like we talked earlier about the emotion in the music, right? Like, you had to be there. It was the 80s, it was the Breakfast Club and it was all that stuff, and it was an experience. I think probably high school is where most people remember their music,
because
right?
it's tied to memories, right? I mean,
I remember I got to dance with that girl that I thought would never dance with me, and it was Stairway to Heaven.
oh, Stairway to Heaven!
Right,
I know.
And it was great because it was 8.5 minutes. I got this, right?
But if you're
Instead
a
of
wallflower,
right.
I was the wallflower.
Right.
So it was
Oh, I
like
was
8.5 minutes of hell.
Right.
Because you're standing there, you're watching everybody else dance.
We
No,
just
I
did
was
the
smart.
cha-cha slide.
I wasn't asking her for the 3-minute song. I was waiting for Stairway to Heaven, right? So, but that's the emotional attachment, the triggers, if you will, that comes along with it, and that's why it's going to be hard for you to go like, wow, where's that coming from, and whatever, because it's just, and to your generation as well, like, okay, that sounds cool. It's not what I would like, but okay. These kids today, what are they listening to?
I'm looking forward.
Oh, they said that again about Elvis Presley. Even the Everly Brothers got beat up when they first started doing it.
Oh my goodness.
They were so clean and
Right?
painted.
And it's like, Dream, how is that a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to when my 5-year-old is like in 11 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
You know what's interesting to me about it, though, is there are certain songs that were way back. You sort of touched on it with your son and Patsy Cline. It's like, ABBA would be a great example. Dancing Queen would be, or Mamma Mia, right? I mean, they were so, like, way back. And now when I see somebody young, like your age or younger, it's like they love that song, and it's having another, it's rebirth or something with it. Do we go in circles with our music, right?
When I was about 13, I had a friend, and so I was born in the 90s. So 13 is into the 2000s now at this point. I had a friend come be like, you have to hear this great new band I just discovered. It was Queen.
Right.
At that point, Freddie Mercury is dead.
Yeah.
But, and you kind of see
He's
that,
still alive,
like,
I'm
generation,
telling you.
Bohemian Rhapsody comes back every couple of years. I've lost the name of the song. Ba, 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 good time never seems so good.
So good. Neil
So
Diamond.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet
Sweet
Caroline.
Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Right.
That's another one that comes back
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time,
Did you know that song, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Did you know that song, he did not write the bop bop bas in that?
I did.
It was the audience that added that in.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, so it just became, it's like when I used to DJ as well, and I used to play Moni Moni by Billy Idol.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And people would,
That would-
and we
Yeah,
we
that
had our
gets
own words.
distorted. Yeah,
But-
we have our own
But
words.
people would say, play that new song, Billy Idol. But what they didn't realize at the time was that was a song way back in the 60s from, I forget.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway.
true.
Boy, oh boy, I got to start wrapping this up here. And I wasn't afraid of having lack of anything to talk about. But before we go, Lise, I know you've got auditions coming up and a special event. Talk about that.
Yes, okay. So we're doing a second round of open auditions.
Yeah.
And we're calling them auditions, but it's not. We
Come out and join the
just come
fun.
and meet with us. And we're going to ask you to sing for us.
Sure.
But
We'll help you along the way.
We'll help you along the way. Like you don't have to be a great singer.
So when's that
Just
happening?
okay. So March 25th.
Okay.
So we have audition form out now. We have a
Okay.
nice ad, and it's on our Facebook page, Instagram page. We have an Eventbrite.
It's Eventbrite and Reddit.
Okay.
And Reddit.
We'll get that
Yeah.
all up on the screen and
Yeah.
check the comments as well. on
So
social
that's
media.
basically open auditions. That Anna had explained what it was because she did our first round of auditions in September.
Right.
So we have another round 2
Okay.
in March.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And I know you've got another event coming up
Yeah,
in
we
May.
have one in May 28th. So we're going to be at Two Water Brewery in Corona,
Okay.
and we'll be there on the Thursday night. And they've offered us their place,
That's great.
their nice restaurant. They're really nice people.
Yes.
And so we're just going to have like a kind of like come and meet us and come have fun and sing with us.
Okay.
And we're going to teach you a couple of songs. They're called tags. It's like little parts of a song. Usually it's the end,
Okay.
right? We'll teach you how to sing it. We'll teach you some harmony. And it's going to be fun. There's going to be like we're going to give out some swag.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
going to be fun. And you can have a little beer too,
Right.
you know, and you can have a little drink or something to eat because they have great food there at
Oh,
Two
do
Water
they ever.
Brewery.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And so our event is called Sing Loud, Sing Bright, Seaway Sound, A Cappella Fun Night.
I'm going to forget that already.
Yeah. We just came up with that last night, so it's like,
course
yeah,
you
we have to
did.
memorize it.
We got to have something. We got to come up to put on that show we're
Exactly.
doing. That
That's exactly how we all voted.
Totally hear you guys having the conversation
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
Thank
exactly what
you
happened.
so much, Lise.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, and I have one more thing to say.
Oh, okay.
In June, we're doing the Summer in the Park, the Summer's, what is it? Festival of
Oh, yeah.
Summer Sounds, Sarnia Sounds.
Okay.
What's it called?
I don't know.
You know, where artists sing like every day in
Oh, yeah,
during
they
the
have
week.
I forget what it's
what's
called.
Yeah.
Sound of Summer?
Sounds of
Thank
Summer.
you.
Sounds of Summer.
Sound of Summer. So we're participating this year. We're
Okay.
going to be on June 17th. We're going to be in Brights Grove.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And thank
So-
you as well.
You're
for
very welcome.
bringing us your energy. I know Michelle was maybe supposed to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she got busy.
Yeah.
You got some of Michelle's energy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
brought it into the room.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
So there you go.
I was channeling her.
There you go. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for all of this. This was a lot of fun.
This was, yeah.
Very
fun.
good.
You were right. An hour went by.
That's right. We're out of time. All right, we're gonna have to figure this out. I'm gonna have to edit some of this out. We'll take all the boring parts out. Well, never. There's none of that here. All right, you know what I'm gonna say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you're watching on social media, make sure you click the love button and, of course, the share button so we can share more about these ladies and Seaway Sounds. And if you're watching on your TV Sarnia, make sure you tell somebody about this show and the fun interviews that we have here. And as always, that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. We'll see you next time right here in the show. Bye-bye. Oh, adieu. Hey, we're out of here.